interview with him. He was a baseball and football Hall of Famer, discussed how he made multiple suicide attempts during his playing career. In fact, swallowing a whole bottle of aspirin in front of players in the locker room one time. Alan Turing, the father of computer science, died by suicide. Sylvia Plath, Ernest Hemingway, and the first person to perform open heart bypass surgery all died by suicide. All of these people were intelligent, emotionally in touch, physically strong people. Suicide has nothing to do with physical, intellectual, or emotional weakness. Once a person is suicidal, they will struggle with suicide off and on for the rest of their life. Most suicidal ideations or attempts happen over a brief period of time in a person's life, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this later. Improvement following a suicide crisis means that the risk is over. This is just not true. If the person attempted suicide and failed, the person may feel even more hopeless and could be more likely to attempt again soon. Concerned others should be much more attentive over the next few months. Do not ever assume a person is attention-seeking. Talk about the attempt. Never ignore it. Suicide runs in the family. It is true that if a person had a family member who dies by suicide, they may be more likely to die by suicide than the average person. But people are not genetically predisposed to suicide like they are for addiction or depression. All right? The family unit could be more genetically predisposed to mental illness or addiction, and this could mean that the family unit is more at risk for suicide, but there is no such thing as a suicide gene. All right? People who are suicidal are crazy. As we noted before, individuals who struggle with addiction and mental illness are much more likely to die by suicide. Almost every person who struggles with suicide does not want to die. What they want is change, or for their emotional and mental pain to stop. Helping the person ease the pain in almost every instance will stop the suicidal thoughts and attempts. People who struggle with suicide are not crazy. They are not fragile. They are people that are struggling with very real problems. More suicide deaths, let's see here. More people die by homicide than suicide. Suicide deaths are actually greater than homicide deaths. And when you think about the amount of time and money and energy committed to homicide and what we could accomplish if that same energy was put towards suicide prevention, teens kill themselves more than any other group. Teens are more likely to attempt suicide than any other group, but actually folks over the age of 65 are much more likely to die by suicide.